It's going to be the 125th Rose Parade.
That's remarkable.
It all
isn't it?
started all those years ago when a bunch of guys and gals in Pasadena said, you know what, let's throw on a show because we've got pretty darn good weather. And now it's led to this. The theme is Dreams Come True. And, of course, Vin Scully is the Grand Marshal, and the floats are now having all these volunteers putting all the floats to life. And you've seen it up close, Eric, just as I have with the seeds.
Yes, it's
and the
amazing. If you've
flowers.
never seen this, give yourself an opportunity to come.
To see the
it's on a lot
making.
of people's bucket list to make these floats.
To help.
And what they do and the process that they go through to get these things up and going.
And it's a big tradition for our friends at the Lions Club. And we talked to them about why it's so important to the group. And, well, let's take a listen. Well, it is a tradition, isn't it, Eric? We love getting ready for the Rose Parade, and one of our favorite floats is such a worthy cause. It's the folks with the Lions Clubs International. And Larry Dykes, International Director, you can tell us about the story of this. Welcome, Larry.
Thank you very
Tell us,
much.
what does this float look like, and what does it mean? As we're watching it go down this boulevard on New Year's Day, it's still in the process, but what is the theme that we have going here?
The theme of the float this year, because the Rose Parade theme is Dreams Come True, our float is a story of a lion that had a dream that a park could be created which would accommodate children of all abilities, particularly her son, who had cerebral palsy and was blind, but was unable to play in a normal park because of the sand, getting involved with the wheelchair, and kids in wheelchairs can't really play real well on monkey bars and those kinds of things. So she had a dream that a park where she could take her son in a wheelchair and be like all the other kids. So she rallied her Lions Club to get involved, went to the city, and the Lions, some 45 clubs, 2,000 Lions, and the Lions Clubs International, through our grant, were able to make this park become a reality for her, made this dream indeed come true.
And this is a park in Northern California.
It's in Concord, California, and we're excited that Liz Lamach, Lion Liz, will be on the float. Unfortunately, her son, Mateo, passed away about 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he had a severe case of cerebral palsy. But his dream lives on now with the park for other children. We were up there a couple of months ago, and there are kids, really, with all abilities and families that enjoy this park in the community because it gives the ability for kids to play on this xylophone. They have these large xylophones, and they can feel the tones and hear the music. They have this bridge where you can put a wheelchair on, and it's kind of like when I was a kid at Disneyland. The bridge shakes and rocks, and so the kids can
The Sawyer
really have
Island.
a good day. Tom Sawyer Island, exactly.
Yeah.
And now, how did a story like this come to the Lions Club and these particular people? And how did you find them?
Well, this was a project that was done in 2007, actually, and Lions Clubs internally made a video highlighting this project because it was such an important project. Mm-hmm. We were talking to the developers of our float, Phoenix Floats, and we had understood that Dreams Come True was going to be the theme. And I remembered that there was a project that Lions had put together, and it was called Mateo's Dream. Mm-hmm. I had seen the video, didn't know a lot about it. So literally we brought up the video from the archives, learned more about it, and then contacted the Lions in Northern California. There's a lot of them are going to be coming down here who are involved with the project to be part of the float, both decorate the float and be at the Rose Parade this year. So this has energized Lions throughout California as well. And it tells our story that a lion with a dream can rally their club, get financing and assistance from Lions Clubs International Foundation, and then make this project real. And make it come true. So this project didn't happen overnight. It was a 5-year project.
Huge.
From the inception until it became reality.
And when we look at the float, kind of paint a picture for folks, because this is the actual park. It's very colorful. It's going to have the playfulness of kids experiencing nature and life and wonderment and all that, right?
Yeah, we have several riders in the float, and one of them will be a child in a wheelchair. So it'll show the example of children, both those with
different
disabilities, different
needs.
needs, can play together in this park. So the pavilions are there. It's a good replication of what is in the park.
A lot of color, a lot of flowers, right?
Exactly.
And today you're going to be seeing the float come together. It's for those who haven't seen the making of the floats like Eric and I have, and as you, I mean, it really is, to me, almost more spectacular than the parade itself, because you get up into the details of the natural materials that are
it's
used.
amazing. I mean, these huge airplane hangars filled with several different people creating these floats that are. You have to see them. They're like prehistoric mammoths walking
Really?
down the boulevard.
Yeah.
It's just incredible, and the energy from it.
This is
great.
such a spectacle, the Rose Parade.
It
It's
really
amazing.
is. Yeah.
Seen around the world by hundreds of millions of people.
And so, why is it that the Lions Clubs every year decides to be part of the Rose Parade? What? I mean, you want your message out to be seen around the world, and
It is to share with the world what we do. We are the global leader in humanitarian service. We have some 46,000 clubs, almost 1.4 million Lions around the world who watch this parade along with everybody else. And so it encourages them that we are getting our message out, and it also gives us an opportunity to share what we do and invite others to become part of our association.
Yeah, and that's a good point. How do you become a member or participate in something like this?
It is. You can go to our website, find out where the clubs are. It's by invitation. You contact the club. You find out when they're meeting. You go visit with them.
the website
Get
is
to know
lionsclubs.org.
Mm-hmm. And there's a 2-minute video on there that shares a little bit about the story about this park as well. And I think we're also going to have a link from your website. So
Yeah. And talk about in terms of the making of the float. I mean, these floats are not cheap, but you have a fundraiser to get the cost to cover your.
We raise the funds. We
Uh-huh.
also have our youth organization, the LEOS Clubs, which stands for Leadership, Experience, and Opportunity. Our LEOS youth clubs are involved in helping decorate the float. And Lions come really from all over the country. Some Lions come through for the week from Michigan to
all over the world. It's a
decorate the
bucket
float.
list. And so I
That's
bet that
right.
you probably wouldn't mind if anybody listening to this right now signed up to, help put on some last-minute flowers and seeds. You'd take them, right?
Absolutely.
'Cause
We're
people
always
love
looking
to
for
help.
volunteers.
Yeah. So again, your website is lionsclubs.org
Correct.
to learn more about your cause
Mm-hmm.
and getting involved in all these great things, right?
Yeah. Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Our international president this year, we're very international. We have some 400,000 members here in the U.S., but 1 million members outside the U.S. Our international president's from Australia this year, Barry Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
And his theme was Follow Your Dream, for Lions to dream bigger about the things they can be doing in their communities and helping their communities. So he's here on the float. And one of the first projects he was involved as a Lion was a Heart Walker, which was for disabled kids to be able to walk through assistance. And so he's very, very much into helping those with lack of abilities to be able to walk.
Beautiful story. Thank you for sharing, and we'll have a special moment as we watch your float go by on New Year's Day. Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
And by the way, if you are in the Los Angeles area and you do want to help put some of those last-minute flowers on, go to tournamentofroses.com. And it's really great. They have all the last-minute participation phone numbers and links you can go to. It's such a great thing. It's such a nice memory, and it's a feel-good, like you say, the bucket list. And so if you have a few extra moments, you have some time, go to tournamentofroses.com so you can get on that great opportunity. Now, our parade coverage will be on New Year's Day.
That's going to be fun, isn't it?
It's going to be fun. And if you are not in the Los Angeles area, you can listen to us live through the website at kfwbam.com. Or in Los Angeles, listen to us as you are maybe watching on TV. We say turn their volume down and listen to us because we have better stories.
Well, I think we're better. That's
we have
all.
fun stories because we're going to help you not only know the back end of how these floats are put together with all the millions and millions of flowers and seeds, but then also how to bring these things to your garden. So have a happy new year. We'll see you next time. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. This is Home Wizards.